is on mute. All right, I got it down this time. I took my mic off mute. Bless up yourself, man. I am back again. Oh man, we had some good fights last night, man. I could honestly say that we had some very good fights last night. Donaire, the ageless one, you know, we had Connor Ben, the legacy, and Lomachenko. I said his name right. I said his name right, right? Lomachenko. He did his thing last night against Kume. So very good fights. Yeah. I remember a few years ago, first of all, bless up everyone, one and all. Excuse my man, but I just jump right into the subject at hand. You know? But I remember a few years back after Donaire lost to the a few years back to the Donaire lost to the Asian gentleman. I was preaching that he should retire. Right? I said Donaire need to retire instead of continuing on. I'm glad he did not listen to me whatsoever. So good to know that he's continuing on. He's probably one of the best fighters and spirits in the sport of boxing. He does his thing, and he's just a good spirit, man. I remember I was always a fan of his, always a fan of the man. And then when he fought Nicholas Walters, he's my countryman. As Walters is my countryman, so I had to root for Walters. Walters knocked him smooth out, right? And after the fight, he was like, "Wow, he was just he's just too big, and he was a better fighter, and he knocked my ass out." And they had this wonderful conversation about how they would help each other in sparring and carrying on, no animosity whatsoever. That told me a lot about his character. And ever since that time, I was fans, definitely fans of Donaire. Now, from my understanding, is that, excuse me a second, yeah, I don't want to blow my nose out here. Uh, he's not held at the same esteem as Pacquiao in the Philippines, because he, like myself, being Jamaican and growing up in America, he is Filipino, but he grew up over here, to my understanding. But he does have he grew up with his father and all that, so he knows the culture and speaks the language, eat the food, all of that. But to me, he should be viewed just as Pacquiao was. They're both good men, both great fighters, and they earned their spots in the Hall of Fame. Nobody gave it to them or anything like that. They earned it. There was some ups, there was some downs, more ups than downs, but he earned it, and that's my love affair with the Donaire right there. Now, as far as young Connor Ben, as it stands, right? Uh, I see him. I see him. I can see that he's been applying himself in the gym. He's been applying himself in the gym, and he stays focused. He definitely stays focused. I'm talking about young Connor Ben. The combination that he took out Algeria with was a thing of beauty, man. If he wasn't applying himself, there's no way he could have finished him with that combination. That shows sign of a man that's on his way to being a seasoned vet. Is he a special fighter? No, not at all. Was his dad a special fighter? His dad was a puncher. His dad was a puncher and basically exciting, and he electrified the crowd, and that's what his daddy did. What's up, Boxing Lounge? What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing? And welcome to the Troy Graham Experience, man. So yeah. Uh, Now Conor Ben, on the other hand, is not a puncher. He's not. He's an aggressive type fighter who's trying to carve out a place for himself. That's what he's trying to do. So, what you think about Young Connor Ben there, Boxing Lounge. That's what I'm speaking on right now. What do you think about young Connor Ben? Hmm, TGE. What I mean, I'm looking for what's TGE? Boxing Lounge. The Troy Graham Experience. See, that's what happens. You get old. You get slow. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, TGE. I'm like, what is TGE? I should know these things, but I don't. Yeah. Thanks for the support, man. I wanted to pop over to your show a little later. You know what? Boxing Lounge, Boxing Sauce, Boxing Section. I've been on your show before, right? Boxing Lounge. Help me out, man, because my memory is all over the place sometimes. So help me out. Right now, I'm looking for the link to see if you want to jump on. You could just jump on and we could talk. But for the life of me, I can't remember where it is. This is only my second show, baby, so I'm still new to this. Settings. Okay. No. Yes. Comments. Mm. Ah, Punch Drunk's Green Hoodie. Isn't Boxing Lounge get his smoke channel? I don't know. Is that you, Smoke? There's Punch Drunk Green Hoodie. I don't know who that is. And NRAM. I know who NRAM is. How are you doing? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just looking for something, which should be easy to find, but it's not. No. But what did y'all think of the fight with Lomachenko and Comer? And where do you think that Comer goes from here? Because he took some shots last night. Now he took some shots. So where do you think he goes from here? And then feel free to jump in about the young Conor Ben as well. I'm coming, y'all. I'm looking for something which I can't seem to find at the moment. Yeah, nope. Smoke's better half. Okay, your Smoke's better half. So you the host and Smoke is the co-host. Is that what you're saying? There, Smoke, Boxing Lounge. Get this Smoke. What's up? Get this Smoke. Thanks for the support, man. I'm looking for the a link so I can send it to you. But I'm brand new at this, baby. And if you know where to find it, go ahead and walk me through it, Smoke. I'll send it out there. Matter of fact, let me do this. Smoke, what did you think about young Connor Ben last night, man? And also Donaire. That's one of my favorite fighters, man. I love his spirit. Love his spirit, man. What did you think about that fight, Smoke? I'm still here. I'm just multitasking as I'm talking, as I'm on the air live. So help me out. So yeah, because last night I think we saw some very pure and good boxing, man. I'm actually looking for the link right now, Boxing Lounge. I don't remember how to find it. I'm brand new. Well, I'm not brand new. This is my second time doing this, so I'm brand new. I'm looking for it. I'm having a little issue finding it. So just as they say in Jamaica, just cool your foot and I guess play sound. And then, no, no, no. Cool your foot, and I shall find it in due time. Because I definitely want to talk to Smoke on my own page for once. Me and him usually go at it on other people's page. You on PC, Troy? I'm on my tablet, Smoke. I mean, Boxing Lounge. Look for the share. Oh, okay. Look for the share button. Look for the share option button. Okay, okay. How do I get out of here? Post comments. Okay. I'm looking for that. How do I get out of here? I don't even know how to get out of here. I'm looking. I'm back, y'all. I just have to figure something out here. Oh, well, tell me how I sound. How's my volume? You on PC, Troy? Main page on StreamYard should give you the option to copy. It does, but I can't figure out how to get there. That's the problem. StreamYard, live viewer, comment, show. I need to get rid of those banners. Right. I need to get rid of them, right? How you get rid of them? That's the keyword there. Leaves background. Hide. Okay, no, that's not it. I got the comment section. That's good. It's amazing. I help my guests on other people's show, but I can't seem to help myself on my own show. Isn't that crazy? It's a simple thing, too. I don't need to edit anything. Hide current comments. I don't want to hide the comments. Let me get to Neville here. How do I do that? All right. So anyhow, while I'm still figuring this out, the work in progress, as they say, right? Invite guests. Boom. Invite guests. Copy. Right? Copied. And now I want to do comments. Post comments. All right. Post comments. How do you post? It's not letting me post it. That's amazing. I did it yesterday. Yeah, you did. I'm talking to myself, y'all. I'm talking to y'all at the same time. Post comments, right? Bam. I gotta go back in. Okay, there goes the link, Smoke, and anybody else who wants to jump on here with me. I figured it out. I just have to remember how to do it. Yeah, I got to start writing stuff down. Brother from another. Yeah, I do have a laptop though. I just have to get some service on it. So I definitely want to talk about Mr. Donaire, and I call him the timeless one and the legacy. Connor Ben, no longer a knob. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Live viewer show. Okay. That's because I'm on mute. Can you hear me, Smoke?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Okay, now I can hear
What's
you.
up? What's up?
Good.
What's up? Is this your first going? Is this your first time going live?
Second. I was live 2 days ago.
Okay. There you go. Cool.
So,
I'm glad to
yeah,
be here.
well, I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. I get to beat you up on my own show. That's good, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't know how to work it yet, so you can't mute me and put me backstage. You're gonna
Nah,
have to
man, you have me
deal with it for a
confused with a
minute.
5'6". You have me confused with a 5'6" narcissist. You know, I'm not that guy. But yeah,
Okay, cool. Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
that guy, man. But did you see the fights last night? At least the three that I spoke of, because that's the only three that I watched.
I watched the top rank card, and um I rewatched the broadcast of the Tank fight. I have the Donaire fight on right now. But I'm in the second round. The first round was, I mean, from
Yeah.
what I can tell, it's just Nonito Donaire using his jab, using his distance. And he can do whatever the hell he wants with this guy. Really, this guy's just like overmatched. He has, I mean, the guy has a nice jab. He's got nice, like, he's kind of long, pretty quick. Got pretty fast feet, but like Nonito, yeah, I don't even know what happened. But from the
Mhm.
second round, it looks like Nonito's about to stop this dude. Like, I don't know, mid round, something like that.
Okay, so
Mid
is this
round.
the same cat that invited his wife to his penis? Is this the same cat that did that, or something similar to that? This the same fighter?
No. That
Okay,
was
okay.
that guy fought. He fought Rigo instead. Casamayor.
He for oh,
I'm
that
not
that was the fight.
Casamayor. What Casamero? Joel.
Yeah, yeah. I
Not
got
Joel
confused with
Casamayor.
that
Casamero.
because everybody kept saying Casamayor. I'm like, Casamayor should be retired.
No. Casamero.
Yeah.
Us people, your old people, we get confused.
And Rigo ran like, yeah, and then he lost on points, right? That's the
Yeah.
fight we're talking about.
That guy. That's
Okay.
the guy who was trolling Nonito, so Nonito told him to kick rocks, and that guy
No,
followed.
he said some other stuff to his wife too. That was very disrespectful.
Right,
Yeah.
so he told dudes like I don't need to make money with you.
Good, good. And he'll. If I was him, I would never. I'll make sure he don't make a dime off my name.
Yeah, but
Honestly, I'll
Nonito's
do.
looking good. He's looking a little old. He's looking a little long in the tooth, but this guy
Was he
can't expose it.
30? The 40 or 30 plus? Right.
I don't know. Look at this guy's stance, though. God, his feet are like super wide. He can't get out. I mean, he's jeez, nah. This guy's going to sleep.
No, the truth is, man,
I haven't even seen Nonito throw a left hook yet, but it seems like he's just setting his dude up for a left hook.
yeah, a while back I said he should retire, but he was born. He's 39. He was born in 82. A while
82.
back, yeah, when he fought the Asian monster guy. Who's the guy that's a monster that he fought from Asia? We talking about
Monster?
Donaire.
You talking about Monster Inoue?
Did he fight him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And the
he gave him
World
a hell of a
Championship, yeah.
time, but he lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, he broke dude's eye socket.
Yeah,
He broke Monster's
from
eye
then,
socket. But he got dropped. I mean, the drop, it could have been a stoppage when he got dropped to that body shot that Monster hit him with.
right,
But,
right.
I mean, he gave a good counter of himself. He wiped the floor with Ubali. Like, that wasn't even. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
he's still got something in him. Like, he's just looking old.
you know
That's
what,
all.
man?
He's
I
just
think
looking old
he's
in the
just
face. That's what I'm saying. Not like his performance. He looks
no,
old.
he is.
Like, he looks
Well,
old in the face.
I think he's a rarity right now where he's doing this sport off of passion, and until that passion either beat out of him or it just runs out of him, he's going to continue to do it at a pace that he feels comfortable. I don't see
I
him,
mean, yeah.
huh?
So like my guy that I've been talking boxing with for 3 decades, um,
Yeah.
used to spar with both of these guys, like him and his brother, right?
Mhm.
So you're talking about like my younger brother. This dude's pushing 50 like me. And yeah, he used to spar with these dudes when they were out here in the Bay. Yeah,
Hold
he's
on
still
one
going.
second for me, smoke. Hold on one second. I want to shout out Tony Boswell because he's always support me, whether it be my cooking channel or this channel.
What's up,
Bless up
Tony?
yourself, Tony Boswell. Bless up, bless up. All right, go ahead, smoke.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that my guy is, he's on the wrong side of 45. Um, he used to say he was like Nonito's sparring partner back in the day, like
Right,
six
right,
foot
but
one welterweight.
no, but he lives a clean. Yeah, but he lives a clean life also, don't there, right?
I don't know what he does in his spare time. I'm just saying that it looks like he is a pretty good. It looks like his timing is great inside the ring and out. Like these guys seem a little bit underskilled, a little bit too green for all of his wrinkles and his power. Like if you're a little dude that can pop, like most of these little dudes' defense are suspect. Like if it's like damn near non-existent for the most part. So yeah, it looks like those heavy hands gonna be doing some damage on these little kids.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah,
Like this
man.
dude just ain't ready. Yeah, this guy just like he's all right, but yeah, he threw a one jab that didn't land and got off balance, like just throwing a jab,
Who's
like from
that?
out of range and shit. Like yeah, Nonito's gonna wipe the floor with this dude.
Well, all I know is that when he feels it, he's gonna stop because I don't think he's addicted to it anymore. He just has a little bit of passion left in him, and he wants to make sure that once he sits down, he never walks back into that ring again. Because you have fighters that do that. They just want to get everything out. They don't want to hear the call of the wild no more, smoke.
I
Once
mean,
they're with their family.
I hear you if he was fighting in like low level opponents, but he's a champion. Like to me, what he's doing is cashing in. Like he's making sure that his
Sure,
babies are okay. Like it
I got
was
no
Roy
problem with
Jones
that
who was doing
whatsoever.
it on the passion and all that stuff. Like Bernard Hopkins, like trying to turn back the hand of time and all that stuff. Like no, Nito's a
No,
champ.
no, no. I disagree with you on Bernard. Bernard is a very focused. Okay, Bernard had needle eye focus. He knew his age. He knew what he was doing. He spoke about it all the time. He stayed around one fight too long. That's what he did wrong.
I mean, I hear you. I'm just saying the difference, right? There's a like, I don't like when like after the Kovalev fight. Really, even the Pascal fight was just kind of like you're just like waiting around for like slim
I would have
pickings. But
left
like
after the rematch.
after the
I would
Kovalev
have.
fight, there was no more championship aspirations. Like that's all I'm saying. Like there's no reason to fight Joe Smith.
No, that wasn't because he didn't have anything. Also, just to let everybody know, the link is in the chat. So if anybody wants to jump on, but with Bernard, he lost his first fight at 175 when he turned pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, his coach was like, "Why don't you try 160?" When really his walking around weight was like 180 and close to that. So he said, "Cool." for the rest of his career, he never went over 160. Like even when he wasn't fighting, he'd probably go 170 at the most, right? But he would
I don't
stay in
know, man.
shape.
You remember
No, no,
John
no, no,
David
no, no.
Jackson said it was bull though, right? They said like that was just all game. Like they were saying that those are the stories, but that was part of the
No,
Kovalev
nope.
thing.
No, his coach said it. Everybody around him said it. They said he never got out of shape. Ate the same thing every morning, trained, ran, never
That's
got
what I'm
out. He
saying.
never got out of shape.
That's what I'm saying. Remember in the lead up to the Kovalev fight, John David Jackson used to be Bernard Hopkins' trainer, and he said all
Yeah,
that clean living stuff that they tell you about Bernard Hopkins is not true, and you're gonna get
that's
exposed because
no.
I know it's not. Like that's what he like. That was literally part of what John. I, I I don't know. Like maybe his game. I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's what the man said.
he was probably saying that to 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 get the other fighter confident. But if that was the case, then he would have broke down long ago because he wasn't. He was 40 plus years old, fighting the likes of Oscar, Trinidad, Pascal, Cloud, uh, Shuvanov, uh, Crusher. He wasn't fighting no slouches, and he fought a guy he knew he couldn't beat, which was Dawson. If he was lying any old way, his body would have broke down a whole lot earlier. And he always said something when you talked to him that when it comes to your career, I always made it a point that people can't turn those stones and say, well, okay, I didn't fight this one, that one, or this one, or that one. I fought everybody, and that's exactly what he did. Win, lose, or draw, he fought everybody. Unless you could tell me someone he didn't fight.
Mike McCallum.
Oh, come on, man. Mike McCollum was never. Uh, Mike McCollum wasn't at 160 when he got there. I think Mike McCollum was
He was
pretty
at
much out the door
168.
at
I
that
mean,
point.
I'm just saying, you know,
No, no,
he
no.
he, he,
Mike
fought, he fought at a
McCollum.
higher weight class than Mike McCallum did. I'm sure he stayed there, and there was some. Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If
You
you want
stretched
to,
it.
if you want to mention a stone that he could have turned over like that, there's
You
one.
can't turn over that stone because Mike was way older than him at the time. Mike wasn't gonna fight him because there was no money. He was just trying to. That fight with Roy Jones was a cash out fight. That's all it was. That's all it was, man. And Mike was really closer to 60 than he was to 50 when he fought Jonesy.
Yeah, now he's 60 years old. Oh wow! Oh, that
Yeah.
was
So
that was it. One left
yeah.
hook to the body, and dude's done.
So, but
Oh no! Okay, no, he got. Oh no! He tried to get up. Oh no! That's it. It's over. He tried to get up like it was
look,
all good.
everybody in the chat. I don't know what the hell Smoke talking about, but did y'all see? Did y'all
The
see?
Donaire fight last
Mr.
night.
Young Connor Ben fight. You see? Did you see? Did you see the legacy? Young Connor Ben.
I saw that. I mean, it's a fast knockout, but Chris Algieri is a chef now.
It was
He's
not
not.
a fast knockout. It was like the seventh or sixth round. It wasn't fast.
Okay, then I got it mixed up. Then I thought it was that. I just saw the.
No, it wasn't fast. It
Yeah,
wasn't
no.
fast at all, my good brother. But it was precise. He caught him on the point of the chin. He made him blink with the jab, and he stepped straight in with the right hand.
I
Caught him
must have
just.
missed a ton of that fight then and not know it.
Yeah, it was nice too. Because as soon as he hit him, you knew the fight was over. And Conor
Uh,
Ben is not. Yeah, Conor Ben is not a big puncher. He's getting to be a precise puncher, but he's not a big puncher at all. You know, he's just an aggressive guy, and I could tell he puts in the work, even though he has the name and all that, and he has the backing. He puts that work in. He doesn't live off his daddy's name. He's trying to build his own name. That's something I like about him.
yeah, I mean, I've seen him fight a few times. It seems I think the last time I saw him fight was the Formella fight.
What was the fight
Um,
before this one?
I think so.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. He seems to, he's. I mean, it's weird. He seems like he's been around forever, even though he's a young dude.
Yeah, well, is he
Like I've
20
heard his
something,
name
right?
for so long, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I like the way that they're moving him now. Dang, that was a hell of a shot. Like, yeah. So I was
Hmm.
just watching the Nonito Donaire fight. I just want to. It just ended. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a funny knockout. And then he brought his sons in to like celebrate afterwards. That's pretty good. Dude tried to get up after after the body shot and beat the count. He went right back to his knee. I think that ribs looks broke. I think he broke dude's ribs.
Uh, who was who was his father's rival again in England? I don't know why. I see the man's
Yeah,
face.
Chris Eubank.
Yeah.
The,
I wish
yeah,
I
the
wish
son.
it was I wish it was some way that Conor Benn and Chris Eubank could fight, but it's not. It never happened because it's just the size difference is not going to happen, right?
Yeah,
But you know,
they're totally different parts of their career too.
yeah. But you know how huge that would be over there. That would be huge, man. That would be huge.
Um, yeah, I mean, as long as the guys can, the sons can do something, like, yeah, I'm sure the UK will get behind him in some way, shape, or form. Like Ricky Hatton's kid is out there trying to make
How
some
much does
noise.
how much does he weigh?
Which one?
Hatton's kid. Is it Hatton Jr. or what's his name?
Yeah, he's down there. He's in the lower weights. I think he's like
Oh
140.
damn.
I think he's super light,
Okay. Was
somewhere in
super
there, but I'm
lightweight.
not sure. Yeah, but I'm not
That's
sure
that's
though.
that's
I'm not
100,
certain.
that's 140. That's 140.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what his father's thing was? His father was really a fat boy, but he couldn't go over
Maybe
147 because
that's maybe I'm getting him mixed up with Ricky Hatton because Ricky's best work was at 140. You know what? Let me look.
yeah, Ricky couldn't win a fight at 147 because those dudes could hurt him because they walked around at like 165. He never could seem to handle their punch ever, you know. But
I
he's one
mean,
of my. Uh-huh.
he really only he only got lost at Floyd and to Pac. He retired after that, and it was like back-to-back losses and all that stuff. So
He
I mean, I
retired
guess he
after
retired
Patton.
on a high note. I think he won. I think he went back to England and like fought somebody and won and ended on a high note. But
Didn't he fight Collazo? Didn't he fight him?
was that it?
Yeah, and
I know he fought. I know he fought Paulie and he fought old Castillo. Maybe
and
he fought Colazzo.
yeah,
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
and
I
he
think he fought like before he fought Floyd.
yeah he fought Floyd. It's one of the few fights that I can say wasn't boring. Yeah, he no he fought one time after Manny, and that
Yeah,
was to some
yeah,
guy.
yeah. He fought him, but I think he fought him in England. I don't think he fought him here, but maybe he did
Yeah,
fight him. No, maybe
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That
I
was to
might be getting
some
him mixed
guy
up
that
with
I
Prince
can't.
Nassim. I think I'm
No,
getting him
no,
mixed up with Prince Nassim.
that was some guy whose name I can't pronounce, and he knocked him out in Manchester Arena in the ninth round. He knocked out
Yeah.
Hatton in the ninth round. Yeah, and yeah, yeah, man. He sure did fight. No, that's Castillo. And Louis Collazo was before Pacquiao, and that was a robbery. That was an out and out robbery. Yeah, but yeah, man. But Hatton was entertaining to watch, but he was one hell of a character too. Outside the ring, he had that kind of natural, charismatic personality, right? Where people were just drawn to him. Did you see the whole thing when Floyd Senior was training him?
Um,
Smoke.
hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. I did. I'm trying to sign into my box right because I have his record, but you can't see what weights he's fighting at.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got it in front of me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
The same guy,
I was never
Paulie
sold,
Stockton?
right?
Yeah,
So, like I was checking out the hype train when he was before he came over here, and I was
yeah,
like, Floyd's gonna tear his ass up, right? Like that's all I was like waiting on, like the entire time for the entire hype train. I was like, this dude is gonna get his ass whipped by Floyd,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what happened. That's kind of the story of Ricky Hatton to me. Like I thought that was kind of the story I thought was gonna be with Prince Nassim also, but he never like went up that high in weight, and also didn't make it past Barrera.
yeah, man. But you know what else? I'm glad you brought up Floyd because I was on Facebook And all these Floyd lovers are still in their feelings now because he's bringing up Canelo, 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 right? And to me, if I'm Floyd Mayweather Jr. and I'm the only man that beat Canelo, right? Every time they put a mic in front of me and they say his name, I'm going to say, look, I hope he keeps winning and becomes one of the greatest, even more greater than he is right now. And some genius is going to ask me why. And I'm going to say, because that makes my win over him look that much better, which makes me look that much better. Have a good day. There's no need for me to be upset or jealous over him whatsoever, is there? Is there, Smoke?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know that he is necessarily jealous. I just know, I mean, it
Why
just
he
seems
keep
like he
running?
can't lose. Like
Okay,
he just,
why he keep running his mouth though? Why
it
he
seems
keep
like
running his mouth?
I mean, the same reason why those old, like I think, like Bill Russell just got up there and said, I'll whoop all your asses." Like dude's like 80 years old with a cane. Like that's just the way these dudes are built. They're gonna
Stop
continue
it.
to compete even past they can't be competitive anymore. They're gonna continue to do like I think that
Okay,
like Lennox Lewis. Did you see the state? Have you seen the state of Riddick Bowe? Like Lennox Lewis still is trying to get that fight.
listen to me. That fight. Listen to me. Listen to me. When it comes to Bill Russell, he's untouchable. I don't give a damn about Michael. Michael Jordan was great. Da, 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 da. Ain't nobody gonna touch Bill Russell. In or outside, off the court or on the court, he's untouchable to me. He is, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I
It
feel
isn't.
look, Kareem's my guy, but I'm not gonna argue the Bill Russell like thing. I'm just saying that long past these dudes are viable opponents. They're still gonna be
Right.
like, yeah, but look at what I did and look at what this and look at what that. Especially a guy like Floyd, who just is super insecure, right? Like yeah, that dude, his entire career is like, but what about me?
What about
Forget
me?
Muhammad
What
Ali. What
about
about me?
me?
Forget Sugar Ray Leonard. What about me? Forget Sugar Ray Robinson. What about me? Like, dude, come on, bro.
Well, that's him. He's
Yeah, that
like
exactly.
Tyson
That's just that
said.
guy.
Like
Yeah,
Tyson said,
that's just,
he's a scared little man. You know.
yeah.
But to me personally, you know, I tell you what I love about having my own show because I get the ability to talk about whatever the hell I want. But when it comes to guys like Floyd and things like that, the fact that he runs his mouth and he says that I could beat him right now, knowing he'll never fight the man, and then his fanboys open their mouth and say, "Well, he's damn near 50. Why should he fight him? Or he's 40 plus." Bernard was doing them things in his 40s, beating Hall of Famers and all of that. So I don't want to hear that mess. If he's supposed to
No,
be the best to ever do it, then shut up and do it. That's
well,
the
he
way I
wasn't
look at it.
beating literal Hall of Famers, right? He was
Yes,
beating
he
guys who
was.
were going to. No, he's beating guys who are going to
Oh,
eventually be in the Hall of Fame. Like Floyd is
okay, you
literally in
back
the
on
Hall
the
of Fame. Like
minutia
right
thing,
now.
then, Smoke?
Say again.
Are we doing the minutia thing again, Smoke? You have
I'm
that
just
habit.
saying. I'm just making a point that the dude's been retired for years. He's several years removed from his actual like
No, he
fighting.
just had a fight. He just had a fight with a 200-pound guy. He ain't retired.
Oh, okay. Like the dude's in the Hall of Fame. In order to be in the Hall of Fame, you have to be retired for like 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he fought after the fact. He fought after he got to the Hall of Fame. But the
No,
fact
but
is,
exhibition. Right? I mean, so you're saying like an exhibition fight against Canelo?
sure,
That's what you're saying?
sure, why not?
That would make some money. I'm pretty
It's,
sure that would make some
yeah.
damn
The only
money.
difference, the only difference is he's not gonna have the same rules like he did with Paul. But you can't get
Oof.
knocked out. You can't beat nobody. Not
But I
gonna have the
mean,
type
they're
of
not
rules.
okay. So what weight would they meet at?
I don't know. I mean, if, listen, he just fought a 200-pound guy, and he figured out how to get in there with a 200-pound guy. I'm sure he could find a way to get in there with a 168-pound guy.
Okay,
And
okay. So
and
wait. Are we
hold on
talking
a
about
second.
Canelo? So is that you think
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
think
yeah.
that
Myron, the
Floyd
link is in the
Mayweather
chat,
for
Myron. Jay, you know, and and Jay Blues. The link is in the chat, so y'all could jump on if you want to.
right? So your issue is you're saying stuff about Floyd fanboys, but your solution is for Floyd to fight an exhibition
No,
Alvarez, where Canelo
listen,
Alvarez gets to walk in at like 168 pounds?
listen. He just jump in there with a 200 pound, 6 foot plus guy.
Okay, cool. Yes. So
Yeah,
because he jumped in there with Jake Paul, now
two
he
hundred
should fight
pounds, two
Canelo at
hundred pounds,
168. Cool.
200,
He's still
two
Jake
hundred
Paul.
pounds.
You could say whatever a cruiserweight. I would say Jake Paul the cruiserweight. You got in there with Jake Paul the
Okay,
cruiserweight. You're now
okay.
saying that he should fight an exhibition against Canelo the super middleweight.
Which is 30 pounds smaller than the cruiserweight, right?
Then yes, he definitely is. But is Jake Paul okay? How about this? What do you
How
think
about it?
Canelo would do with Jake Paul?
You knock him out.
Okay, cool, right? So because even though he's like a super, that is a closer thing in weight, right? Now another question: what do you think Canelo does with Anthony Joshua?
Nothing. He
Yeah,
does
yeah.
nothing with it. He
There,
probably
at a
spars with
certain
him.
point, you got
He
to
spars
understand
with
that
him,
it's
but
not
he
just
don't do
about
nothing. He don't
size.
do nothing.
If you're a big
Smoke.
guy that actually knows how to handle
Mhm.
himself, then the smaller
Mhm.
guy has a nightmare in front of
Smoke. Let me explain something to you. Out of his own
him.
mouth, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Mayweather said that he could knock out Jake Paul, the 200 pound guy. That's out of his own mouth.
yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
He
So if he could knock
too.
a 200 pound guy out, how come he can't knock out a 168 pound guy?
Who says he can't knock out 168 pounds? We're talking about Canelo. We're not
You,
just talking about a guy who
you
weighs 168 pounds.
that's the guy
No,
I'm
I said
talking
he
about. He's
can't do Canelo.
168.
I said no. I said Canelo at 168. I didn't say any guy at 168. I didn't say pick a guy off of YouTube at 168 pounds and he could fight him. Of course, Floyd can
Okay.
do that. We're talking
So
about Canelo.
okay, so what you're clearly saying is that Floyd is washed up and he can only fight, YouTubers and
What do you mean
right, and
washed
fight
up?
their brothers that snatch
He's
their
not
hat. Because he's
okay.
fighting guys that
So what
can't
does
fight.
retirement mean to
He's
you?
fighting
What does
guys that
retirement
can't
and
fight.
induction into the Hall of Fame mean to you? Does that mean that you're still like active, like you're in your prime? What do you mean like washed up? The dude's
Obviously, you are if you're still
retired.
going in the ring, Smoke. No, no, no. If you're still going in the
To
ring,
fight
which means that you're
exhibitions
active.
against YouTubers.
Yeah, Smoke. Finish the whole thing. Is an
Bro, you got
exhibition what?
okay. Like you have to understand that
Exhibition
some
what,
distinctions
Smoke?
make a difference, right?
Exhibition fight, right, Smoke?
Okay,
Isn't
cool.
that
But
the
you do understand that some
right,
distinctions make a difference,
right?
right? Yeah, okay, so
Exhibition
cool.
fight.
Right. So I also have been in a fight when I was in grammar school in second grade. It was a fight. What in the hell does that have to do with Canelo
Who was
and
she?
Floyd fighting each other with a like 30-pound
Who was
weight
she, Smooth?
difference and a 10-year gap?
Like I said, who was she, man? How badly did she beat you? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Smoke. You got beat up by the you got beat up by a neighborhood a girl, Smoke? Huh? Oh Lord. I think Smoke took offense to what I said and ran on. You still let Smoke or you having some technical difficulties? Hey Byron, go ahead and jump on here for me, man, so I can talk to you. Be jump on and Jay Blues, man, why you hiding? Jesus Christ superstar, why you hiding from me? And anybody else who wants to jump on, I'm
Man,
here, I'm here, I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah, leave
Go
them
ahead.
Floyd fanboys alone, man. Like Floyd don't have to like get kills, so you can say so you can get a couple
He's
chuckles
not
off
gonna
of
get
fanboys.
killed. He's PPE. He can walk. He can walk on
Okay,
water.
okay,
He can
okay,
turn.
cool.
He can
All
turn
right.
water to
So
wine.
yes,
He can turn back time.
okay,
He can read your
okay. So
mind.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
With them dope rhymes of yours.
He's
That
so
is,
he no listen. According to him, he's better than Ali because Ali was nothing but a civil rights leader. So it's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
especially
That's
since
the
Ali wasn't a
stupid.
civil rights leader.
No, but he used his voice though to help. But if you take away the boxing, there will be no voice to help. Am I correct?
Um,
Thank you. Just say yes. Just say yes for once.
I mean, if boxing gave him the platform, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
But I don't know
Hallelujah.
that I don't know that I don't know
Hallelujah.
what he needs to go there. Like I don't like. First off, the entire thing is just fallacious, right? Like you can just look at his career and his actual in-ring achievements, and you don't have to go past this thing. Like, come on, man. Like, how many times lineal? How many times undefeated? How old? How many ATGs back to back? I mean,
To
Anyway,
tell you the truth,
whatever.
to tell you the truth, I had a conversation with one of them, and I told him, look, that 50-0 is great, but there's a guy that's alive that's walking around that's 51-0.
50 and
So
0 is okay. So 49 and 0 is a heavyweight record. Who the hell cares if somebody else who's not a heavyweight is going out around talking about heavyweight records? The reason why it's a record is because it's hard to do as a heavyweight.
It's hard to do.
Right?
Period. No,
No,
no.
it's not hard to do. Like Julio Cesar Chavez was like 80 and 0.
It was a whole lot more than that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like he was like, come on, man. Like there's plenty of dude. Like it's just not. It just doesn't matter. Like and like
You do
I mean
know that
I hear you.
Joe Louis has 75 fights, right?
Yeah, I mean
Hmm?
Sugar Ray
Hmm?
Robinson, Joe Gant, like all these dudes had hundreds of
Joe
fights.
Louis
Like
is a heavyweight, man.
say again.
Joe Louis has 75 fights, man.
Yeah, they,
He's a heavyweight.
yeah.
He's al- he also retired undefeated as a champion. Never
Well,
lost a fight as a
undefeated as a
champion.
champion. Well, he wasn't. He got knocked the fuck out by Max Schmeling.
He wasn't a champion then. He didn't have the belt then, Smoke. I'm so
Well,
glad
you
I'm
said
here
he
to help you.
retired undefeated as a champion,
As a
which
champion,
implies,
which
right?
is
But
not
you
a
implied that he
fighter.
was a
I
champion
said
and
a
was also
champion,
undefeated.
champion. Not a fighter. He lost as a fighter. He never lost as a champion. Nobody beat him for that belt. He retired. He retired, and that's how he gave up his belt. Nobody beat him for that belt. I'm so glad I'm here to help you. And I'm
You were
doing
the
this
one who
all from
said he was a
memory.
retired champion, as if he retired
Yes.
both undefeated as a champion. Like
No, he retired as a champion. I never said he
you said, he
retired as a
retired
fighter.
undefeated as a champion.
Yes, which is
Which
factual.
implies he is a champion, is also undefeated. He was not undefeated. He
As a
was
heavyweight
undefeated
champion,
as a champion.
as
He
a
didn't
champion,
lose
he
his
never
belt.
lost a fight, Smoke.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. I understand your
right.
clarification,
As a
but
fighter, he did.
your first statement was actually not correct. You can clarify it to what you mean, but
No,
your
no, no,
first
no, no,
statement
no,
wasn't correct.
no,
You're not
no,
helping
no,
me.
no.
You're just clarifying your incorrect
No,
statement.
I'm not trying to whoop you because no. Listen. My first statement was he retired undefeated champion. I didn't say fighter. I said champion. There's a difference between an undefeated fighter and an undefeated champion. As a fighter, he lost obviously, but as a champion, he did not.
I understand your clarification. I am just telling you that when you say to someone that you retired undefeated as a champion, who you're actually talking about is Andre Ward or Joe Calzaghe.
Andre
Not
Ward is a retired. He retired
No, he
undefeated.
retired. Yes, he
Period.
retired
He
undefeated as a
retired
champion.
undefeated. Period.
As a
Period.
champion, yes,
No,
correct.
as a
No,
fighter.
and
Period.
he was a
He never
champion,
lost a
and
fight.
he was a
He never
champion when
lost a fight.
he was
He never lost a fight.
and he was also champion
He retired as an undefeated fighter,
and a champion
which is a complete.
and a
No,
champion.
he
Like that's what
retired
I'm
as
saying.
a.
Like
That's a
I'm gonna
completely
help you. I'm
different.
so glad I'm
Listen,
here to help
Smoke.
you. Right.
I'm glad. I'm glad you come with the minutia and your nonsense again, but you have to
Hey man,
understand
what can I help?
who you're
Listen,
speaking
I
to.
get you. I understand your
You got to
clarification.
understand who you're
I
speaking
get
to.
you, bro. I do
Yoda,
understand who I'm speaking to. That's why
Yoda
I'm here to
comes
help
and gets
you with
his
the
knowledge
finer
from me.
points.
Okay,
I'm
young
here to
Jedi.
help you with the finer points
Yoda
of
comes and
English.
gets his knowledge from me. And
Yoda,
then
huh?
after that,
Is
then
that what
after
it is,
that,
Yoda?
yeah, man, Yoda comes and gets his knowledge. What's up, Myron, aka Boxing Logistics
It's not
United in the
logistics.
building, man. I can
It's not.
say it's an honor to have you on my show, man, because you always had me on yours. Bless up and big up yourself, man. So go ahead and jump in here.
Yeah, thank you, Troy. It's not logistics. It's Boxing Logics United. You've heard it for
Oh,
years now. And let me say, Smoke is
I
absolutely right.
apologize, man.
You need to stop
You just
playing
ruined my
around
intro.
with
Uh huh.
semantics. Smoke is absolutely right. We talking about undefeated champion. We're thinking his whole entire record. So stop playing around. I mean,
Well, that's
stop
what
playing
y'all doing,
around.
you know.
Smoke is absolutely right, dude. When people say
So
undefeated
Myron,
champion, they
all I
are
gotta do,
thinking the whole entire record. They're not just
all I
thinking
gotta do is quote
his time
KRS-One on you,
as the champion.
Myron.
Come on, man.
Myron, all I gotta do is quote KRS-One on you. I think very deeply. That's all you got to do too, brother. I think very deeply. That's all.
There's nothing deep about that.
Yes, it is.
No,
Listen
it's
carefully to what I said. Listen carefully.
Jesus,
he retired
come
as an
on.
undefeated champion, baby. Champione.
Yes, and
Champion,
what's Joe Calzaghe then? What is the difference between Joe Calzaghe and Joe Louis?
Joe Calzaghe, like Floyd, is the cure for insomnia. That's
Right.
exactly
So
what the hell he is.
I'll tell you what the difference is. One of those guys retired as an undefeated champion, and one didn't. They're both named Joe.
Listen. If you all want to keep up with the minutia, that's good. But the facts are the facts. You never lost a champion.
You are creating the minutia by saying say undefeated. You say no, I didn't say undefeated. You mean undefeated fighter? No, I mean undefeated champion. Come on, man, stop it.
Is there a difference between an undefeated fighter and undefeated champion? Yes or no?
What I'm saying is when you say what Smoke is saying,
one guy's not a champion.
No, it was a yes or no. It was a yes or no question, brother.
Listen,
it was a yes or no question.
When you put undefeated anywhere beside both, people gonna think the same. That's pretty much it. You're playing games. When you say undefeated champion, people gonna think his entire record. And you know that, Troy. Stop playing.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You can't hear me?
Okay. No. I was trying to multitask again. But yeah.
I can't believe both of you up here arguing such a thing.
Hey, listen, man. I felt like jumping on and just having some fun, man. But as I stated the first time I came on air, Myron, it's not just always going to be about boxing with me. This is the Troy Graham experience, man. It's really like a conversational piece, man. That's basically what it is. I'm going to be covering so many different topics because you know me already. I bounce all over the place, right?
Right. But don't be arguing about undefeated fighter, undefeated champion. You're just gonna make people
listen though. You know, I got a friend who's a stunt man. He's been on the John Wick. He's been in the John Wick movies and things like that. And he's gonna come on here eventually. I got a cousin who's he's a Rasta. He lives a certain life, and I think he's a grower as well.
What I got on to say.
Talk about all of that.
Look. This is what I got on to say.
Go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
You know Tim Witherspoon, don't you?
Yeah, I know who Tim Witherspoon is.
Okay, he reached out to me, and we're going to do a.
Me too.
We're going to do a show.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to be, I will invite you to be one of the people on the panel. But if you're going to be arguing stuff like undefeated fighter versus undefeated champion, I'm not inviting you.
Myron, you just insulted the hell out of me, man. How many times you see me do interviews? Look,
Troy, you
no, Myron, back
Troy,
up.
You
back
my dude.
Back up now. Now you will see Troy.
How many times you heard that, right,
interviews, Myron?
Let me finish.
How many times you see me do interviews, Myron? Myron, how many times you see me do interviews?
If
you ain't saying nothing
like
now.
A topic, if you jump in, sometimes you lose yourself, though. And you'll start like, come on, that's going to fuck up the whole flow of the interviews and the questions if you start like correcting people on undefeated champions, undefeated fighters.
I asked you the same question 3 times. How many times do you see me do interviews?
Am I right, Smoke? Wouldn't that fuck up the flow?
I'm asking my question, Myron.
No, I'm asking my question. Am I wrong for thinking that? Am I wrong for thinking that, Smoke? I mean, come on, we can't.
Of course you're wrong for thinking that.
We have to have a good conversation.
You do.
We don't want to be wrong. Look, the thing is, we all here live. Okay,
Myron.
All I could do was laugh. My stomach.
Hey, Smoke, stop talking, Myron.
You know what you should ask him? You should ask him about his diet since you cook, right? And he had that losing streak.
You see me do interviews with current fighters. You see me do interviews with Hall of Famers. You see me do interviews with Roger Leonard. You see me do interviews with managers, trainers, everybody.
To be honest, though, but to be fair, though, you got Major Key up there. Like, to bounce off of. Like it's a pretty low
Major
bar.
Key don't talk for me. We two different individuals. So
I understand. I understand. Like you're a bright spot when you got Major Key, like
individual.
guy you bouncing ideas off of,
I'm gonna
right?
flush you down the toilet like use toilet paper. Now back to you, Myron. Back to you now. You see me do interviews how long now? I can't hear you.
Troy, hey, it was just a question. Don't be tying up the discussion with undefeated fighter is different than undefeated champion, okay?
It's my damn show, man. I can tie up.
No, I'm talking about if I bring you on here, because when I have someone with Tim Witherspoon, I want it right, and we're gonna be talking.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Let me finish. No,
because I'm gonna finish. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him on here instead. I'm gonna get Tim on here. We could do like a dual podcast and go from there. How's that?
Yeah, that's
fair
great.
Enough?
It's
okay,
great.
Good.
Well, I'll bring on my show because he said he saw my video, I guess talking about him, asking Wilder the questions at the media day when they first made their appearance at the Staples Center outside. So he watched it and he commented on the video and everything. So I was like, cool. And I asked him let's do a live stream. We talking about the heavyweight division. He's like, great, just hit me up. You know what I mean? So, and I wanted to be I wanted to be good questions asked of the man, the two-time heavyweight champion. And I don't want you worried about undefeated fighter versus undefeated champion.
Are you gonna come in and overtalk like you usually do?
Excuse me?
You gonna come in and overtalk like you usually do?
Oh, I never overtalk. A special guest.
Remember what happened with
Cooney? I only overtalk fools.
You don't remember when I had Jerry Cooney on there, and I was like, Myron, chill, and
I was not overtalking. Hey, listen. First of all, he's a special guest, but he ain't never been a champion. Okay. Also, listen, hold on, let me finish. I never overtalked him. Jerry Cooney was getting in his feelings because I was not agreeing with him, and he was coming to me with angst at me. Look, man, we could go watch the live is there. We could watch it. He was coming at me with
head, Myron. Man, I was trying to bring him on. I was trying to bring him on.
Just because I stood on what I believe is where
man, this is before he even came on. I was telling you, Myron, chill. This is Jerry Cooney.
That's that. Talking about, hold on. Be fair though. You're talking the very first time, and I did not know that was Jerry Cooney. But hold up, did I know that was Jerry Cooney?
And I kept telling you to chill, right? And I kept telling you to chill because I'm bringing him on. Right?
Are you missing a point? My point is, did I know I was Jerry Cooney? Because I said, I didn't know that was Jerry Cooney, the fighter. Remember I said that? That's in the live too, right? Remember that?
I remember you saying that, but I was like, Myron.
Okay, so that's my point. I didn't know that was actual Jerry Cooney. I saw Cooney down there, but I'm thinking that's just some goddamn Scottish or Irish mug that we got from the UK that talk on our goddamn lives all the time.
Oh, okay, well, that's why we have ears, Myron, to listen sometimes, but you kept talking.
What?
Right. Okay, now back to what we were saying.
Listen, okay. Well, just like we got ears, we only got undefeated champions, an undefeated fighter, and they both one in the damn same. So just don't bring no questions up like that when I bring Tim Witherspoon. And we don't want no debates like that. The mess up the stagnant of the flow.
I'm a free spirit, man, and I'm a live and die that way.
You can't. I'm giving you shit, but yeah, undefeated fighter, undefeated champion. That was complete semantics. You switch. Smoke was right. Okay.
Smoke ain't never right when he dealing with me. No, he ain't. Smoke ain't never right. He always wrong.
You have a child's grasp of the English language, man. Get out of here.
Smoke is very, very, very like technical. You need to be literal when you're saying something around Smoke, or you need to be on point because he's gonna call it out. Hold up, you worded that wrong. Maybe you meant to say this. Smoke is that way since Unrivaled.
He's a technical deflector, is what he is. That's what he does. He deflects. Go ahead, Smoke. You can defend yourself, man, because you're sitting right there. Go ahead and defend yourself. Go ahead and defend yourself, man.
What, against you hypocritically calling me a deflector? Like, your deflection about me calling me a deflector? Like, dude.
I'm not being a hypocrite.
Just to let you know. Just say.
Welcome to the experience, baby.
I'm saying that your clarification was needed because your initial statement left some room for dispute.
Oh, okay. Myron talking to somebody else. I get what you're saying, but you also have to listen, be able to pick up on when people speak to you. I never once used the word fighter. I said he's an undefeated. Everybody know that he lost already. Smoke. So
You know
when I
what the
said
difference
to
between a
you,
fighter and a champion is?
when
Right?
I
A
said
fighter is
when I
not a
said to
champion.
you, when I
A
said
fighter's
to you
not a
that Joe
champion.
Louis retired, listen, Smoke. When I
I
said to you
understand. You
that
don't need
when
to
he
dispute
retired
it.
as an
I'm not
undefeated
a stroke
champion,
victim. I remember
that
what you
was
said.
your end to say, wait a second now, Troy, he lost. No,
I
he
said that's
and I
exactly what
would
I
have came
said. What
back
you're
and
saying
said
is
to
not
you,
true. He lost. That's exactly what
yeah,
I said. What you're
and
saying
I
is
said
not
as a
correct.
fighter, as a fighter,
Exactly. You needed to clarify because what you
right? And
initially
I
said
came
was
back
not
and
true.
explained myself. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to conduct myself on the interview. Yeah, I'm not listening to that.
I'm just saying you can conduct yourself however you please. I'm telling you what you
You
said was
damn right I
incorrect.
can. You
Yes,
damn right I
you're
can.
regardless of your the way you comport yourself, your
Of
actual
course,
statement was fallacious. That's all that's all I'm addressing.
fallacious and listen.
Hold up,
Stop being
hold up, hold
fallacious.
up. Hey, Smoke,
Stop
we do
being
not use
fallacious.
words like fallacious when we talking about boxing, all right? You're
And
trying to get
yeah,
too
and there's a bunch of
skeleton on
dudes
us
up
and
here
Don't
shit.
mess
too.
up the
What
flow,
the fuck
right?
are you
There's a
talking
bunch of
about?
dudes up here too. Okay.
I
Smoke,
don't mean to mess up the flow.
this is not a freaking, this ain't no, stop it. Dude, we talking boxing, dude. We ain't talking fallacious. What
Yeah.
the hell? Take that to some damn debate
Oh man, listen,
with
this
Neil
is gonna be some
Shapiro in
fun.
politics.
Let's say I'm
You're
having a good
ridiculous,
time with you
dude.
brothers. I gotta say, I
You
gotta
should
admit,
have. Hey,
I
listen.
like the I
Talking
like
about
the
Listen.
mature
fallacious.
people.
Smoke, this is boxing talk. We don't use words like fallacious.
Sorry, my
Oh my
bad.
God.
Erroneous.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah,
Dude, we
man.
bangers. What the hell you talking about fallacious? Even
Fallacious.
though my lexicon
Erroneous.
is quite extensive, I don't want to talk about
All
fallacious.
right.
Jesus Christ.
How about bullshit? How about how about bullshit?
I'm not we ain't gonna talk
That
about that
sound
How
more
yet.
about
like
But
it. That sound
I
more
tell
fucking
y'all
like
what.
it. Shit. I don't want
I
to
tell
hear
y'all what.
goddamn
Let's
fallacious and we talking boxing.
let's all move on from Joe Louis. Y'all tell me what you
The
thought about
fuck?
the Lomachenko fight with Comey.
You're like, that was a fallacious low blow he gave him.
I'm not listening to your
What the fuck?
ass.
Smoke is a trip, bro.
Don't say
It's not
blow
mine.
and use the
What the
word.
fuck?
Don't say
Smoke.
blow and
Somewhere
use
else.
fallacious in the same sentence, Myron. Cut it the hell out,
Excuse
man.
me? Excuse me?
I said,
Listen,
Listen.
don't say low blow, and use Smoke's word in the same sentence, okay?
well, I use it accurately
Okay,
as
I
an
did not
adjective.
create the word. Jesus Christ, God.
I know you did, man, but I don't want to hear it coming out no man mouth. But let's talk about Comey, and Lomachenko.
Okay, yeah.
Where does Lomachenko go from here?
WBO. You certainly don't know. Like, even though his English has improved, he still can't pronounce Haney.
WBO. Who the hell has the WBO? I mean,
Cambosis. There's only 2 champions
okay,
right now.
okay, so he's flying out to Australia.
I mean, who knows? If I'm him,
That'll be good.
maybe, maybe not. Like, you know what happened to Pacquiao out there? Last time
No.
Top Rank went
But I'm
to
saying that'll be a
Australia.
good fight. That'll be a good fight for Cambosis, because if he beat both of them, that'll be beautiful for him, man. That'll be beautiful for him. Just beautiful, man. What do you think, Myron?
I want to see. Go ahead, make the fight happen.
That's what I
I mean, I don't think. Look, this is how I feel. Teofimo Lopez put on a spectacular show last fight, and he did spare Comey. He spared him. He could have took him. He took a round off after that. Let Comey get his wits back about him. When he probably could have stopped him in the next round. But which was I think the 9th. But he only beat the 2 men that lost to Teofimo in a row. Now, I will say that the way he beat Comey was, I guess you could say it was more impressive than Teo's, because it was over, of course, the whole course of the fight. But once you if you're a person who really watches boxing and you was watching a matchup, you saw that Comey had some very, very huge deficiencies that would make it very hard for him to be competitive with Lomachenko, and that's hand speed and foot speed.
And balance.
Yeah. Coordination. The whole fucking works. Yes. All four. Balance, coordination, hand speed, foot speed. I mean, so it was like, oh, this shit is he was just holding that belt before Teofimo got to it. And Teofimo just made quick work with it. A focused and determined Teofimo. So, but then Nakatani, same thing. That's Teofimo's work. So I just found it odd that, he just fought the guys that Teofimo fought to get to him. So that, and though, both of them had one win, you know what I mean, to help them, but one win don't get all your confidence back, get all your abilities back, confidence in your abilities, and, correct your wrongs. And so we've seen that in the past before. That's nothing new. But I do think, I think Teofimo should fight Devin Haney. I want to see that fight. Real freaking talk. And I was
140, right?
For two reasons.
He's talking about moving up. Yeah, Teofimo moved out of the division.
No. What did I just say?
You just want to see the fight.
No, I'm talking. Did I say Loma?
No, you said Teofimo
fight Haney.
You said Teofimo and Haney.
My apologies. I meant I want to see Loma versus Haney.
There you go.
Okay.
That'd
be a good
My
fight.
apologies. I meant Teofimo. I meant Loma because I was talking about Loma. I just misspoke. I want to see Loma versus Haney. And let's see if the redirection, the great lateral movement he had works as well versus somebody like Haney, who is already, I think, probably him and Loma's a great defensively, but he gets guys off balance. His defense is great when he's looks much, much greater and better when he's fighting guys who's much slower, hand speed wise and foot speed wise. I don't know if that stuff works with Haney and with the reach advantage. And Loma needs to do all those things, which is he needs to have great feet, okay, to be able to position himself in proper angles and the right angles for him to get great shots off his fighters because he has such a short reach. People don't understand that's what, helps him do what his feet is very, very important to his game. But it didn't work so great versus Tio in the beginning until later rounds where he was able to get it in. He had to take the risk because he was behind. Now, somebody like Devin Haney, who's more defensively responsible and overall defensively better than Teofimo, how does that, work against him? Who has a fighter who has also, one thing, you know what? Here's the thing about Devin Haney. I want to make a video talking about this. He may not be your Ferrari, but God damn it, he's a Cadillac Broham. That motherfucker just be chugging. You know what I mean? He ain't your Ferrari, your exotic, but he's like your Crown Vic, the big body motherfucker that was still, you're going to get 200,000 miles on it, going to drive smooth because that's how he goes through his fight, just smooth, workmanlike. And you might call it boring or not, but as a boxing technician, he's fucking beautiful. He's fucking beautiful, dude. You know what I mean? The thing is, yeah, you could get him boring, but you got to be good enough to get him out of and to make him stretch himself. And nobody's been good enough to make him stretch himself and come out of that steady, constant, workmanlike jab, boom, boom, counter, move. Nobody's been good enough to get him out of that shit yet. He might have been rocked against this what you got, but so what? It was at the end of the round, and it only happened once. So, and we saw that old boy couldn't do it. Right now, JoJo Diaz. So, he is scary just because of that. And they want to use because it's,
a rematch with Gary Russell.
A rematch. I want that, of course, and that's on Gary's terms. I would love to see that in Gary Russell. I know Gary. We all know Gary want that, but right now, that's probably unlikely. So there's no need in talking about it. But what's more likely is Haney and Loma, because I want to see how well that footwork and everything work against somebody who's almost Floyd. This is how Haney is, and I'm sorry I'm just dragging this out. Haney fights like Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Money Mayweather, not Pretty Boy Floyd. But Haney is already right now fighting like Floyd Money Mayweather.
Haney fights like Haney.
No, listen, no. Stop it. See, that's your Floyd hate come out. Listen to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the distance control, okay? The ability to control the exchanges, the timing. He is fighting like already post 32-year-old Floyd, far as defensively and all that, jive. The way he it's almost and then we call that fighter we call Money Mayweather boring. And we call it Haney boring.
Let me let you know something. Let me let you know something, right? There's a guy that he's been training with now for years. We talk about Haney by the name of Mike McCollum. So, a lot of that distance and timing that you're talking about, he's learning that from Mike McCollum. And Mike McCollum was around.
That's crazy, but he was also learning that from Senior too.
He only did the pads with Senior. He just did the.
You don't know. Come on, you stop going off a video. You don't know what the hell they doing in that gym, Troy. That's what I'm saying, Troy. You can't just say stuff out of the blue. They only showing us. We only seeing what they showing on camera, bro. You think that he's just doing pass with Senior? No, they taking him through the whole gambit. He's been with them for whoever. We only see the pass because that's what people want to see on the camera. No, he's doing everything.
We also saw more than pads on the camera too. Like.
No. But you don't see him at all with Mike McCollum, do you? You don't see him at all, so you have no idea what he's learning from Mike, do you?
No, because Mike McCollum's name is not going to pull the views. We still talking about business.
Nothing to do with views when you in the gym training, Myron. That's nothing to do with no
damn views. If it's on, Troy, what do you think the camera's on it for?
Listen to me.
Come on,
when you training, Myron, it ain't about views.
But Troy, this is what I'm talking about. We gotta use logic. It's common sense.
No.
If they're recording it, Troy, if they're recording it, they're recording to show it on a video so people in the world can see it.
All the other nonsense.
It's still bringing in money, Troy. It's an avenue stream of money.
We talking about training. We're not going the whole money nonsense now. We talking about just training and learning. That, like a lot of the stuff that I see him do, I can tell you for a fact that that's Mike McCollum. I've been watching Mike McCollum since I was 18 years old.
But I'm saying though, hey, I granted got you that, but you can't just say you only seeing him with Senior on the bags where you don't have no freaking clue because you ain't been there in the gym. You just speculating. You just saying, just talking on what you see.
I can tell you for a fact that I've only seen him with Senior on the pads, Myron.
That's all they showed us. You got to think they showed him everything though. You don't think Senior's he got to be giving them pointers on everything. That's logical. He's been with them for years though. That's why to my point, Floyd is a spy. Devin Haney is being a spy in the zone for fucking Floyd. Because Floyd, Floyd, the Mayweather family is closer to fucking the Haney than they are really the Tank. And that's why Tank was on that shit. Oh, you chose your side and all that shit back in the day. He was jealous and all that. But the Haney,
I can tell you this, right, Myron?
Forever, bro.
No. But Myron, after watching Mike for so many years, there's certain subtleties that Mike does that I see Haney doing. There's certain subtleties and certain moves that he does. I say, okay, well, that's from Mike McCollum.
Right.
That's why I can make those bold statements like that.
But that's gravy, and but don't take every. I'm saying, why take every freaking point, every time, every chance you get to just a jab at Mayweather? That don't look good.
Myron,
that's
I'm
bad.
making a common sense statement that you said he's fighting like Money Mayweather. And I'm trying to tell you,
Troy out there hating. He hates hard. I can use the word hate.
There was a guy. I don't even give a damn about that word, Smoke. Nothing you say to me is going to stop me or change my mind. What I'm saying to you,
nobody trying to change your mind.
Nobody, Mike,
you got a channel.
Listen. Mike is the one that knows about distance and things like that.
But just do better.
I'm sure that Floyd, we all could do better in this life, man. Because I don't know one damn perfect person.
That's all.
All of us could do better unless
you're
telling me that you're perfect. The only perfect people I know in this life are dead. So don't tell me about
perfect either. They just got secrets. They just hide the secrets better.
Stick on your point, Troy.
So, you know what
stick on your point, Troy. Not about the perfect dead, but stick on your point.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is that he has some subtleties from Mike McCollum, and yes, he's picking up something from Floyd, but to say that he's all Floyd money man, no, he's not. He is Devin Haney. In the beginning, he's not Floyd Mayweather. He's Devin Haney.
Bro, his father said at the beginning, his father admitted it way back when he's like, yo, C worked a lot with Devin Haney. It's a plenty of videos out there. And Haney admitted, the son and the father. His father, Troy Sr. Mayweather Sr. was working a lot with Haney. You can't think it was just a pass. That's just a warm-up.
I know that they work a lot together.
Nothing but a warm-up, bro.
What I'm simply saying is that he is Devin Haney. He's not Mayweather, the second coming of Mayweather, nothing like that.
Nobody say he did. I say he fights like him. As far as the way I'm talking about his maturity and his ability to distance control, to control the exchanges and all that. He's already well seasoned like Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Not a Pretty Boy Floyd, but he already fighting like that. And everybody said that Money Mayweather was boring. When they said Haney is boring like that, but he's fighting just like that dude because he was young. You know what I'm saying? The kid is still only 23. So that's what I'm saying. So he probably saw more of that than saying Pretty Boy Floyd. But he fights like Floyd Mayweather did the last 8 years of his career is what I'm saying. So my whole point is, my point is, I think that is a very, very, very interesting fight between Loma and Devin Haney because of those abilities Haney has, and defensively and just distance control. He doesn't get hit often, flush at all, and that's something Floyd Money Mayweather didn't get hit often, flush rarely at all. Now Pretty Boy Floyd got hit sometimes hard, big time. You feel me? That was but that's the Roger Mayweather in him. You know what I mean? The offensively strong first, but Senior was defensive first. Floyd Senior was always defense first and then create your offense off your defense. Roger Mayweather was offensively dominant, and everybody knows that. So what I'm saying is Haney fights defensive first and create the offense off his defense like Floyd Mayweather Sr. That is evident. You can't deny that. So that's what I'm saying. And I think that is very, very
broke it down.
I think that's very interesting. That would be very interesting for Loma.
He has those exact same qualities as well. He was a master.
I would like to see Loma. I would like to see Loma I would like to see them both try to crack each other. That would be a hell of a fight, I think. Because I think Loma can push him to the point where he opens up. But we're going to see
also the politics behind it, right? So it makes me. What makes me I'm not like I hear what you're saying, Myron, because I want to see that fight also, but I'm a little bit disheartened by the politics, just because Loma was the franchise champ at WBC, and it seems like he would have been like after he lost that he would have gone the WBC route, because that seems like that's where his next best shot at being a champion was, like right after that, and he hasn't said anything about that route. He didn't go that his next fight after that. Still, he's not really talking about it. Maybe like Gambosis, like I want to see it. I'd rather see that fight than Gambosis. I understand the whole but Gambosis is is a probably more winnable fight and also has more belts. But yeah, I want to see the Haney stuff.
Yeah, that's the fight. I think that is the, and I'm not just saying that because Haney is a WBC champion at all. I'm just looking at the styles. And I'm just intrigued about seeing like who will have to bend first. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because that is a very, very interesting style matchup. Because Lomachenko, that's not dealing with. That's not like
I understand what you're saying about Haney's attributes and his strengths in that fight. What I'm concerned about in that fight is if once Haney makes the adjustment, what adjustment will Haney make? Because I haven't really seen him, as you said, be pushed to the point where now he has to adjust to what the opponent is doing, and there's enough time in the fight to still win.
Yeah, and I think, and honestly, the thing is, by Haney, we kind of thinking Haney don't hit hard. I think he hits harder than a lot of people think. But I also like to see if Lomachenko was actually believed, like he will have less fear of his power than he did Teofimo. So Loma would take more chances, which will also open Loma up. And now that, with everybody getting quite a few good looks at Loma now, and know what his tendencies are and everything, somebody like Haney will be like, okay, exactly what to do, because they keep stalling that little youngin out. That little youngin is getting really, really hungry. He's going to be like looking to prove himself, kind of like a George Kambosos. You know what I mean? He just came out of nowhere and he underlooked him, whatever. But I don't think anybody's kind of actually is underestimating Haney. You know what I mean? This is, again, it's the zone thing mixed up and all of that. And they don't think it's going to be an exciting fight, but at the same time, he's what they saying, you can't say it's a high risk, low reward, because the zone is paying that money, but you don't want probably have Haney to have you look bad. Haney might, how Floyd was fighting where Mayweather got to the point where it's, fighters was looking great, but then they got in with him and then they started to look mediocre. Jojo Diaz looked great against Tevin Farmer, but we got in there with Haney, he didn't look great. You feel me? It was nothing special. So Haney must have an ability and a skill that's developed already pretty extensive to be able to do that to a fighter. And that's what I look at. I'm like, damn, Jojo Diaz.
Haney's a boxer, and what he does is he works on distance and timing and slowing you down. Yeah. And that's why the fighter who might look good against fighter A is not going to look good against him, because he's been taught how to slow people down. That's
what I'm saying.
So your boy Comay's feet are just not there. His feet are too slow.
He's slow as molasses.
He had to keep switching stances. Like it was a mess. His footwork was all over the place. Haney has faster feet and also just better feet, and actually more educated feet.
Haney's feet was like 10 times faster than his.
At the same time, the stature is like the way that Loma still will have that angle, and Loma is fast enough to get around, but Haney also still has his fast twitch muscle. I think that Loma will force Haney to make an adjustment, and that adjustment, I don't know what it'll be actually, but I want to see what Haney does after that moment, and does it happen early enough in the fight to where like Loma can exploit it for a few rounds.
The educated inside game that Lomachenko brings.
I'll be honest with you. It's actually the mid-range game. Him stepping out of it, him exiting and then re-entering the pocket.
The inside game as well.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real. If Loma could get in that close with Haney, I would never, ever, ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, I would not. If Haney don't want Loma to get in close, I think he might be able to be successful in doing that for majority of the fucking fight, because that motherfucker is goddamn. His control of distance is just as good as Shakur Stevenson's. After young comers, them two are ridiculously, are technically boxers. The best two out of everybody.
Shakur's a better boxer out of the two of them.
Well, we can't see until they get in there. But he looks more. He definitely looks way more sharper. I ain't gonna front. And he's a little bit older, 1 year or whatever. But man, I just know that I can't wait till Shakur get up to 135 and then choose to go up to whatever the 140. But bro, yeah, I see that. I mean, that's going to be like But if
I'm interested in seeing it also, because
that's footwork and all that, foot speed and all that going to bother Haney.
Yeah, Shakur looks gigantic. Shakur looks gigantic at 130. He looks like he has more power than he did at 160 than he did at featherweight. But his body type just seems strange as fuck to me. I wonder what he's going to look like at lightweight. He looks like a bodybuilder at 130.
He does. He don't look that big to me at 130. He's
He
just
looks
gonna.
big. He looks like I
Man,
don't know. He looks kind of swole to me, but
well, when he gets up to 135, it's gonna be a little different because those guys walk around in like 155 and stuff like that. So
yeah, exactly. I
it'll
don't
be a
know
little
like
different.
what like he's at. There's I don't know if he's still growing, going into his body. Like I just don't
He
know
has
how it's
put
gonna
on more
all
muscle.
like settle on his frame. Like at the end of the day,
How
right?
old is he right now? How old is Shakur? 20 what?
2, I think. 22,
24?
23.
Oh yeah. He gonna
No,
put on
no,
some
no,
more weight
no.
before time.
Shakur is older than Haney. Haney is 23. Shakur is like 24, 25.
Okay, he ain't gonna get too much bigger then. He's
No,
not gonna
no,
get
no,
too much
no.
bigger. No. He'll
But he
probably
did,
stop at
like Smoke
130,
said, he was like bigger
135.
this fight. He was a little bit more, he was thicker.
Well, that's probably just from working out or whatever the case may be. But I don't see him
His
being bigger
position,
than Haney at all.
his
Haney's
position,
big.
and he also was in a fighter. He was in a fight with Old Boy, and Old Boy wasn't on his level. Period.
Who's that? Herring?
Herring. Yeah,
Yeah.
Herring was like Herring was better than I initially thought, but I never thought he had anything for Shakur. I can't remember the guy that Herring fought before he fought Shakur, but he like showed me something in that fight that I didn't think he had in him. But still, yeah, like Shakur is like several levels above that dude.
I so wanted that to be the Tommy Hearns and Tommy Hearns and Ray Leonard of this era, man, but it didn't work out that way, did it?
No, not at
It
all.
did not.
I kind of knew it was gonna. I kind of figured it wouldn't be because he beat Carl Frampton. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, Carl Frampton is done. You know what I mean? They made the win over Carl Frampton so big, and Herring is bigger than both of them. He's bigger than Shakur. I'm like, maybe Herring the Marine is too big for that weight class, and he really don't got the energy to be in there. But he's not good enough to be in the upper weight class. I don't know. What do you guys think about
before. No, I've said this before, and it irked a lot of people. But I think if there was a Don King of this era, or if Don King still had some authority in this era, a lot of these fights would have been made already and done. You know?
Yeah,
like,
you're right. Hey, I'm a Don King fan. I don't give a fuck how they try to discourage the man's name and all that shit.
Okay,
like you said, he made the motherfucking fights happen.
Yeah, because he loved the sport, because he loved money. That's the difference. He wasn't trying to protect anything. But I think a lot of these fights would have got made already. Spence Crawford definitely would have got made.
Money. Hey, he don't love money more than Bob Arum. He understood that you got to keep he understood to keep the control he had. He had to put on the fights that people wanted.
What do you see with Bob Arum, man? The top 4 fighters that so far, he's lost Oscar. He's lost.
That's because he loves money too much. He's selfish.
He don't want to share fighters. Yeah, he lost 3 Hall of Famers so far, or 4. Crawford.
Because he won't deal with Don King no more.
That don't have nothing to do with
Don King pushed out of there. Now he's losing all his fighters because he's never been he's always been an accountant. He's an accountant, a lawyer and an accountant, dude. He ain't no freaking
I know what he is, man.
Real lawyer, huh?
Bob is a pimp.
I know what he is.
Bob exploits the vulnerable. That's what he does, and then he scapegoats people.
Every reporter,
keeping the lawyers for the nation. Yeah, man, come on, man.
Every promoter does that, Smoke. Every promoter does.
All right. First off, promoters only deal with like managers. Like I'm not even going that whole. I'm not even going there. I'm talking about. First off, not every.
How you feel is the truth.
Not every promoter.
No, we talking about. Listen, I think you mean the actual promoters. What Don King was. Aaron was always been more person to worry about the numbers in the book. He didn't take creative or good ways to try to make a fighter, blow a fighter up and all that. That wasn't his thing. And now it's showing. That's why his fighters, he complain about money all the time. That's never been his gift about building a fight up. He doesn't know how to build a fight up. Who built the fight up between him and Don King always worked? Don King. So that was Don King's gift. Building the fight up, all this and all that, building a fighter and all that. Arum has never been good at that. He's good at making the money, connections, and all that. And now you see that's what fighters need.
Bob Arum wanted to marinate the Rumble in the Jungle. That's what Bob Arum does. Marinate fights.
You said marinate?
Yep.
I don't know about that because Don King had control over that.
What you mean by that?
So,
Push it back, push it back. If it happens, it happens. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna make my money off of you. I don't actually care.
No. But he had no control over
let me just answer. Let me answer Myron's question. He told Floyd Mayweather that he was not gonna get. He's not worth $20 million. Like he asked for $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He said he's not worth it. I got $8 million from Margarito. That's what he likes to do. He likes to, instead of giving you the fight that everybody's asking for, which for the big money, he tells you that fight's not worth it. Fight some other fight.
And at the time, he was correct.
He wanted to control
at the time, he was correct about Floyd because Floyd couldn't sell in Michigan at the time.
No, he was not correct about that because Floyd left. Floyd made over. Okay, so you do realize that Floyd fought the guy and less than a year later and made $25 million off of it. As a matter of fact, even Bob Arum said, I was wrong. It's one of the biggest mistakes I made in my entire promotion career.
But at the time that he said it, and if Floyd would have stayed with him, he would have never got 20 million. That is my point.
Okay, but because he doesn't, because Bob doesn't know how to do it. Like Myron's point. To Myron's point, he doesn't know how to do it.
And if Floyd had any money back then, he wouldn't that's his point. To buy him out. It was Jay Prince that bought out his contract. Floyd didn't buy nothing else.
No, Aaron wanted to make more money off the fight than a fighter did, and Floyd said, "Fuck you."
That's exactly what happened. That's how he lost Oscar. Oscar learned everything he could from him. Then he took all his knowledge and built his own. Thank you very much.
So you can't say he loved you can't nobody. So when people talking about Don King loved money, he can't love no more money than fucking Arum. You know what I'm saying? Now that Don King is out the game, he can't even get nothing hot going no more.
He's still in the game. He's just not as powerful.
He don't got nothing hot going no more like he used to. It's not like the back in the day.
He got Trevor Bryant.
You need your freaking friend.
He needed somebody that can heavyweight. Hey, Myron, listen. He got the only heavyweight champion that's from America, Trevor Bryant. That's it.
What I'm saying is he don't know how to build.
He's 90 years old.
He don't know how to market the fighter. He don't know how to market the fighter. He's too lazy. Don King did all that work. That's what we're saying. I'm saying.
If you just go through, like, if you look at the top the most lucrative fights in boxing history, as long as Top Rank's been around, right? Even guys who are on Top Rank, you'll find that those guys didn't make their big fights their big money with Top Rank. Whether it's Cotto, whether it's Oscar De La Hoya, whether it's Floyd Mayweather, whether it's like you name the guy, they actually had most of their money with Golden Boy or their own promotions or something like that. None of them are Top Rank fights.
Well, that's because it's a launching pad. It's not somewhere you.
There you go. Now you're talking about where his strength is. The reason why it's a launching pad, and all it is a launching pad, is because he can't do what Myron is talking about.
No, he's never. That's not his gift. He's a lawyer.
Well, cool. There's no reason to argue. We agree. It's not his gift.
Everybody has their gifts. Like my gift is to see the world how I see the world and be creative like that. That's not his gift. He's a damn lawyer. He sees black and white. Not people. I'm just talking black and white. Period. That's how he sees things. He can't. No,
he's not even that. He's the kind of lawyer that you'll sign a contract that he has no intention of honoring, and instead he's gonna try to hustle you for pennies on the dollar in real cash on the back end. And if you're desperate enough, you'll go for that hustle until you say, you know what, I've had enough. I need to actually get my money right.
Well, I tell you what, you said something also. Most of the fighters that left and did their own thing, those are the ones that made the money. And in life, I don't care what it is, man. When it is time, you have to walk in your own brilliance, Smoke. You can't live in another person's brilliance or anything like that because you'll always have that hole in your spirit, always. Understand me? All right. So you have to find your brilliance. And you have to walk in it.
Listen, we don't disagree. We're just talking about what the brilliance is, right? We can definitely talk about play to your strengths and find other people, delegate your weaknesses.
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you 4 examples. Oscar and Floyd, they were leaders. So once they bounced, Once Oscar bounced, he built his own thing. Once Floyd bounced, he got a plan and got a team around him. He got with Oscar, who taught him a lot behind the scenes and promoted a lot of his fights. Right? Pacquiao and Tyson. Mike Tyson will tell you, I'm no good by myself. I'm no good by myself. That's why he needs a ridiculously strong team around him. Pacquiao, I think, is similar, where he's not built to be a leader in that way. When he's passionate about something, which is the people, and giving back, that's when you leave him alone, because that's where his passion is, right? You get
I
out
don't
the way
know,
and
man.
let him begin.
The dude's about to be
Okay?
the president of a country. I don't know what kind of leadership
What you
he's
mean?
lacking. I mean, maybe he delegates or something.
No. It's different levels of leadership. Okay. With me, how long it take me to do this? Because I was hemming and hawing. I've actually had to realize how powerful I was in life, and I said to myself, wait a second, because everywhere I went, over time I was asked to take a lead. I never jumped up and said,
Yeah,
okay, well, say
I'm glad. Hey, on that note,
and
bro,
say I
like I'm
want to be
glad you're
lead,
watching fights
right?
again, because that was the only part of your game. Like I was like, hey, you watch fights. There's nobody else there could like what you can do and what you actually have going for yourself is I think is unique and I think is a boon to the YTBC, right? But yeah, it's just the watching the fights that are happening today, so you can relate all that knowledge you have to like what's happening today.
Well, yeah, that's all nice and good, man, and I'm gonna do that from time to time. But like I said, it's not always gonna be boxing with me, man. I want to do so many other things, which I'm going to do, because
Cool.
life is out
I
there,
hope I
and
hope
you
you
have to
stop being
slice
a
up that
fanboy for
pie.
Jamaica and stop like
No,
talking about
listen.
like just because it's
Okay, hold
Jamaican
up,
that means it's
smoke,
the best. Like the best civil
smoke,
rights leader
smoke.
is fucking Marcus Garvey. Why?
Right, great,
I
smoke. But
wonder
what I'm
why you
saying
say
is
that,
this,
right?
right,
Like,
smoke.
come on, bro.
What I'm saying is that life is like a pie, man. You slice it up, and you take pieces of it, and you say, "Well, I'm gonna give you some of this today. I'm gonna give you some of that." That's what I'm gonna do, and no one can tell me I can't do this, I can't do that, because as the title states, this is a Troy Graham experience. It ain't your experience, it's mine. And you're welcome to come, you're welcome to go. Don't make me no never, don't make me no never mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna respect you. That's the way I take it. Go ahead, Myron. You got something to say?
No, I'm just listening to you guys.
Okay, okay. And you
Yeah,
and you eating
being
again,
old
bro?
fogies. I'm gonna jump off for 1 second. I'll be back in like 10. If you're still going, I'll hop back on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
peace.
I'm gonna jump off in about a half an hour, man. We'll jump off in about a half an hour and go
Yeah,
talk to my grandkid. What you eating, man?
man. Shit. Thai orchard fried rice.
I don't know
Shrimp,
what the. Okay.
shrimp, crab, chicken, fried rice, vegetable, Thai food.
Did you? Okay. Did you make that yourself or did you order it?
Oh, yeah, ordered
Okay. Yeah, that
it.
that sounds like a triple delight. You said shrimp, chicken, and what else?
Crab meat.
Yeah, that's a triple delight. That's what you ordered.
That's not what they call it, but shit, it's a
Yeah.
Thai orchid
I,
delight. It's good as hell.
I had a veggie sub today. Hey, no, I had a turkey sub. I'm lying. I had a turkey sub. That's what I had, and some salsa. Hey, Myron, you ever
Yo,
had tiger shrimp?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm cooked tomorrow. I got about a dozen tiger shrimp.
Oh, for real? Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Well,
make
you in
some jerk,
Baltimore? Sure.
make some jerk tiger shrimp with some chickpeas, and
Jerk tiger shrimp
yeah, and jerk tiger shrimp with some chickpeas and couscous.
and couscous. That
Yeah,
sounds that
I
sounds
don't eat rice
interesting.
no more. I don't eat rice no more, man. So yeah,
Why couscous?
couscous is a whole lot better for you, and with my issues, my it takes my body, it makes my body break it down a whole lot easier than rice and cabbage and things of that nature. Rice
That
takes a long time to break down in my body right now, and so does
okay.
cabbage.
Mm,
Yeah, which is why I only eat meat 3 times a week. So
okay.
yeah, that's what I do, and I got to get back on the juicing for a whole month again. I got to do that again, but
You gotta do it.
and and I gotta do yoga. I got a friend.
It sounds like you need to cut the meat out. You need to go straight.
Yeah. I need to go away for like maybe I say 6 good months and just detox my whole everything, mind, soul, and body, and come back looking like I did in 1999. I was so fine in '99 that I walked past Tyson Beckford. He was like, "Damn, I hope you never become a model." I said, "I know, brother. I know."
Sure.
That's how bad I was. I was that bad. But now I'm having my fun, man. Like I was telling Smoke, sometimes you just have to wake up, and it's not arrogance, Myron, to say that you have to understand your own power. First and foremost, you have to understand how powerful you are. Then you just have to embrace it, right? And then once you embrace it, you can walk in your own brilliance, which is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life until it's my time to go home or transcend, right?
Right.
Yeah, because I haven't been walking in my own brilliance, man. I just been walking in search of something, and I'm not ashamed to say at 50, I'm still searching for something.
What does walking in your own brilliance mean, though?
That's when you find out. In my case, I can speak for me. That's when you finally realize a little bit more truth of who you are. Like you realize, wait a minute, I've had all these qualities all this time that I am a leader, that I am powerful, and I'm no longer afraid or ashamed to embrace all that power. I was being Mr. Humble all the time and just taking a back step to everybody. Nah, man, go ahead in front of me. Nah, you go ahead. But in the ring now, when I fought Myron, nah, I was completely different, right? But in the real world, I was like, go ahead, Myron, go ahead in front of me. Even though that voice was roaring in the back of my head, like, nah, he can wait. But I never listened, right? I would never listen. And I would go on other people's panels and I would sit there and I'm like, this dude really sucks, man. And I could do better than that. But I just kept going. And just, it was just my time right now. It's just my time. Because I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. I'm just being me at this point. I'm just embracing me, which to answer your question, that's what it means to walk in your own brilliance when you can finally wake up and have the strength to embrace you.
True
and not feel no way. Yeah.
You should do that. We can all do that at the same time and still be courteous and mannerable people.
Exactly. I'm not saying I'm not going to be courteous. It's just that I'm no longer afraid of my own my own power. I'm no longer afraid of it. For some reason, I shied away from it. I don't know why I did that because in my children, I always enforce: look, there's either flight or die. That's it. Right. You're either gonna stand on your own and you're gonna fly, and I'm gonna take you so far, but the rest is on your own. You come to me for advice, but the rest is on you. So I got a 30-plus-year-old daughter who's a nurse, and she has her own business. She does CPR and all this other stuff, right? Right. And I got her a contract with a dental office, who actually turned her onto another dental office, right? So then I got another son. He's 20, and he's coming along real well. Another son who's 19, who gotta get himself together. And the 16-year-old is an annoying teenager. But everybody coming along, I got three grandchildren.
So you better get the health right, man, so you can be good.
I'm gonna be around for a long time, man. Right now I'm just in a phase where I'm piecing myself back together. Right. It takes once you get all the pieces of the puzzle in the right place, and you form Voltron. At least in my case, I'm not gonna form Voltron. I'm gonna form Troy the Ultimate Graham, right? Right. After that, it's all shine. After that, man, no weapon formed against me shall harm me, because I was my greatest enemy, man. My greatest damn enemy was me. You know?
Well, that's most people too, man. I can say
Yeah.
that for myself. I can say that for myself too.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. That's all of us, man. So that's good.
Go ahead. Go ahead and talk. You got the floor. So if you want to say
Man,
anything, say it.
I'm full of the tick. I've been eating. I've been listening to you. You know,
Hmm?
I'm mad that fucking Smoke left. I done finished eating and
He said
everything.
coming back. Yeah, man. I sent the thing out to
They
Major
feel
Key,
like
but I forgot
freaking.
he went to
I
work
feel like
today.
fuck what I'm eating, boy.
I got you. I got you, man. But you cook too, don't you?
Yeah, I can cook for
Yeah.
sure.
Me, yeah, because you were telling me about that auntie of yours. Is she the one who make the pies or whatever she make? What does she make?
Yeah, she cook everything, but specifically upside down pineapples and all that. She make
Man,
anything. She bad.
I tell.
Yeah. I mean, I got
Oh,
a bad
I
too.
tell you what.
He
You
got
talking about
culinary.
coming in? Yeah, I tell you what, coming in and changing the whole mood of somebody's show. When you got on there with Ray Len, not Ray, Roger Lennon, you were like, do you know this person, that person, this person, that person? He was like, hold up now, you ain't trying to say, you know what I'm your dad, right?
Right. No, I was not at all.
As
That's
soon as you
funny.
said one name, he was like, hold on now, boy. I can't remember the name you said.
I was talking about JT Wilson, my
You said that's your grandmother?
granddad. Yeah,
Oh,
my grandmother's ex-husband.
oh, okay. And then, boy,
Ray,
you had us laugh.
yeah, Sugar Ray used to date his daughter.
Yeah, because my cousin who was on there, Terrence Hawkins, right? He's actually a real comic and a real actor and a playwright and all that, right? He opened up for Paul Mooney when he came to Howard Theater, right? I mean, the whole weekend. Paul did the whole weekend, and he opened up for him all 3 days, right? He was on The Wire, and he did some other stuff too. He was like, "Yeah, this dude is definitely from the Southeast. I can hear it." He said,
Wow.
"Yeah, man, he's Southeast, man." Because me and all of them came up together. Me and Hawk and all his brothers came up together. Yeah. So
That's what's up. That's how you
yeah,
got.
man.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was like, you meet a lot of people, Troy. That's your power, man. You know me.
I've met people. People have told me that throughout the years, but to me, it's just a natural thing. Like my mama would always tell me, "I don't know. You have a gift, son. It's like everywhere you go, you find someone to love you. It's like I could drop you in hell. You probably find somebody to love you." And
Yeah, the devil will probably love you.
Yeah. And she would tell me, she would tell me, of all my sons, I don't worry about you because whether it's shining outside or it's harsh weather, you always find a way. I said, yeah, I know I'm stubborn. She's like, yeah, I know. Yeah,
And
and she gonna
everybody's
be on the
stubborn.
show too.
Yeah, and everybody's
Yeah.
stubborn their own way too, you know.
Yeah, but the freedom of the show is now when it's my mom's birthday, I get on the show and tell her happy birthday. When it's my father's birthday, I get him on here. Same thing for Mother's Day, right? I can do a whole Mother's Day, which I wish my grandmother was here, but she's not. But I get my mom and my aunties and all of them. We'll just do a whole Mother's Day show,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that with nobody else. But I can do it with Troy Graham. Troy Graham experience, baby. I could do it. But I'm gonna hang around till around 9, man. Then I'm gonna bounce. I think Queen Latifah, I think I missed her show. So I just watched her show for her.
Who are you talking about?
Show Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah. It's on CBS. It's on CBS. Queen Latifah been on now for about 2 seasons.
The Equalizer. That sounds like the Denzel Washington movie.
It was a TV series before it was a movie. Yes. Mm-hmm. But she turned it into a new age type TV series because the character is only similar in the fact that she was a spy. But Denzel Washington likes his what? anonymity, right? He likes his privacy. Queen Latifah is like this avenging angel for those poor souls who can't help themselves, right?
Okay.
And now she's friends with the cops and the mayor because she got caught up one time, and now they need her and she needs them, and they all work in tandem with each other, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, but Denzel Washington's character, I would love for him to meet up with the other boy's character, the guy that says, "Well, I have a certain set of skills."
Uh-huh. Who?
That'll make a good movie. William Neeson or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
That'll make
Yeah.
it. That'll make a
Liam
great.
Liam Neeson.
Liam, I don't give a damn what his name is. He said, all I know is that he said once his friend told him she got robbed and he said he wanted to beat up or harm the first black person he saw. She didn't even say it was a black person that did anything. He just assumed. I'll
Who
never
was
watch another. William Neeson, the guy we talking about.
you
Liam,
said
William, whatever the hell his name. So his friend was in the bar and she was saying that she got robbed and roughed up, and it looked like, I don't know if she said it looked like somebody dark or whatever. So he said he ran out there, had his gun on him, and he wanted to do harm to the first black person he saw.
You said that what in an interview?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was calm when he said it. Kind of like Wilder saying, "I want to catch a body." He was calm. Yeah. And then,
Oh,
of course,
what interview was
uh,
that?
this was about 2-3 years ago, man.
And then of course, then what happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. It was all on the news, and and they promoted it like they always do. And it helped sell whatever movie he had out then, but nothing happened. What was supposed to happen?
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Just like this thing here, with a Juicy, right? Juicy, Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, juicy.
let me ask you a question there, Myron. How do you fall a fake hate report, right? If it's a fake hate report, shouldn't you do fake time then?
Yeah.
Who did he hurt? Come on, Myron. It's 2 in the morning. Who actually believed that in 2020, 2019 in Chicago that there was a subway open and you got jumped by white men in a pickup truck with a rebel flag in Chicago, Byron? First of all,
Yeah. Well, maybe the neighborhood he lives in is probably there.
come on.
Chicago's quite segregated. But yeah.
Nobody believe. Well, I didn't believe it for a second. I said, wait a minute. This sounds like some bullshit. I believe that.
Who knows? Yeah, he was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
He could have been used. He could have been just a grand distraction too, especially at the height of his popularity because of the show and all that.
Listen, he had the best of both worlds behind him. He had black people and he had gay people behind him. And most important, he had white money behind him. Because remember, he had got that contract with some soda company. Was it Coca-Cola, Myron, or whatever?
I don't
He's supposed to be doing commercials.
I don't know. I can't stand Empire.
Oh, well, okay. Well, go ahead and tell that story.
No, it's just it's smut.
I guess you don't like Power either.
I ain't never watched the full season. I haven't watched enough from the first season.
Okay. So what do you think about the charitable, the concert that Kanye and Drake did?
What about
it? For Larry Hoover.
I'm not hip. I'm not hip to it.
Okay. Well,
I'm tired. I'm really kind of sick and tired of paying attention to. He may be needed because of who he is and help Chicago.
No. Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about my opinion.
No. You go ahead, Myron. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He may be needed to help maybe Chicago a bit, maybe, but he's so old. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of paying attention to gangsters, ex-gangsters. Our
Thank
community
you.
pays attention to X Games.
I put all the gangster movies right now in the same bubble as I do slave movies. I don't want to see
Yeah,
no more.
but we're so infested with it and the ideologies in that because it's been spoon fed us so often. Maybe he can help in Chicago. So I'm not going to overlook that because what do I know? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So because his name is heavy, the name itself is heavy in credibility, more than mine's and yours in that realm. So,
No,
but you know what I mean? He could probably connect it with how some of them youngins is thinking. I can,
no,
but still, you can't say no, Troy, because you don't know.
no. What I'm saying, Myron, I tell you what would be more credible, right? If we have these concerts in every single city, every single major city, and we build our own law firms to help when I don't know, let's say
I
like
feel you,
when a
but
cop
it's
beats up one
wishful.
of us to help when we kill, well, one of our kids are caught in the crossfire with these little drug dealers out here and things like that. Because it's not just people who look like, it's not just cops taking us up off this world, but it's folks who look like us that's taking up us off this world. I don't believe in black on black crime. That's just that doesn't exist. It's crime, period. Right?
I agree,
Crime
but
ain't got no damn color. Crime ain't got no damn color. But at the same time, the whole focus, this is where we go wrong. You focus on one man. You kill that one man off, you say, okay, he's dead. But see, if
yeah,
you focus on the purpose, you can never kill a purpose. That's what I ask this question all the time.
but yeah,
You want to,
agree. That's
yeah,
yeah, definitely agree. And I don't think the Hoover is I mean, I don't think they putting the focus on Hoover to be that one man. I don't think that's what they're doing. They're just trying to do symbolism because the name is heavy, it's in songs. Same as they
yeah,
did, Black. I mean, old boy, Young Meech. I mean, Big Meech. It's the same kind of thing with them. I'm just really tired. I mean, but that's for that realm. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I am from that realm, though. I'm from that
No,
realm, but
no,
I
okay,
look
you
at it
flip it to
differently. But
DC.
well,
You, you,
so the difference is people gonna have different strategies on how to do it. As long as it all get to the same point, sometimes
mm-hmm.
it helps. If any little bit helps, I'm going to welcome it. So I'm not going to disparage anything that may not help because I don't know. I can't tell the future, and you don't,
Well, if
And
the main focus
right now,
is,
you need unconventional things to probably help.
okay, well, if the main focus is on one man, it never helps. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I
The
tell
main
you what I
focus ain't
learned.
one man though. Who said
No,
it
no, no,
was?
no. But no. Let's take it to DC. Let's make it closer to home to you, right? You know who Ghost is, right? Have you heard that name?
Who?
Okay, they called him Ghost. He was
No.
around before Rayful Edmonds was, right?
Okay.
Okay. So Ghost was so powerful at the time. He didn't bank his money. He had about 25 homes and he built safes and walk-in safes in each basement, right? And
Right.
he had people he paid family members, friends, and so forth to basically be the caretakers of those houses. They would move in, live there. A couple of them got caught up in the product, got caught up by the police, and snitched on him. He went to jail for tax evasion, not drugs, right? But they only found 5 houses out of I think it was 25, right, Myron? Right?
I'm not
So he
sure.
went to jail. No, but yeah, we just guessing. So he went to jail for 15 years for like tax evasion in federal prison, and they kept asking him, if you tell us this or that or that, we'll cut your time. He sat there and didn't say a mumbling word, right?
Okay.
So he gets out, and you know nobody really knows he gets out. He gets out, and he about a year or so passed, I believe, and he hooks up with who was the mayor down there that really helped the people, but he died, man.
Marion
You know who
Barry.
I'm talking, Mayor Barry, and he started a program like a transitional program. He was funding it. Ghost was funding it to help those that were coming out of jail find find some place to live first of all, and to groom them how to get jobs and so forth. Right.
Right.
So the whole thing is big fanfare with the news and everything, and he pulls up in a brand new Bentley $25,000 suit, fine woman on his arm, and all the reporters gravitate to him. And one of them said to him, "You just got out of jail a year ago. How are you affording all this?" He said, "First of all, you're not here for me. You're here for this program and to talk to Mayor Barry. So, why are you talking to me about anything?" Then he walked away.
And why the fuck did he come out with all that shit to draw attention to himself is what I ask.
He didn't draw no attention to him. You telling me the man can't have a car and a suit and a woman?
Come on, Troy. Come on, Troy. Jesus.
No, my point is this, though. The whole thing was never about him. It was about the program.
Yeah,
but the media tried to make no. Hear me out. But they tried to make it about him.
Stuck on dumb shit. It was still about him. He tried to act like it was about him, but he still wanted to flex in front of the people.
No, but you know what he did, right?
He was flexing right there. Are we talking about that incident? That one occasion, a situation you brought up. He's flexing.
That was the only occasion, because you haven't heard his name since. You have not heard his name since. And if I remember, I told you it was about 25 houses, and he only got caught with 5 of them. So he still has 20 houses with 20 safes filled with money, right?
I guess
so.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where he is now that Mayor Barry's dead. He took his money and left. So that's your Superfly right there. That's your DC Superfly. But and my point is this: the focus was never about ghosts. Never about ghosts. It was about the program that he was help funding with the mayor.
Right.
And if we put more emphasis on building programs and this, that, and the third, guess what? Then we take the target off of that one person, and then when all the monsters and so forth come out, then you can see who you have to deal with.
It's about a leaderless movement. I understand.
No, because as far as leaders go, Myron, let me tell you.
A leaderless movement.
Right. You could kill a leader, but you can never kill as a purpose.
I got you.
You can never kill a purpose, Myron. I could die tomorrow. I could die right now, and my children will still be driven by everything I put in them. Right?
Yeah, the only way that can work is we got to eliminate little by little the savior complex that we're dealing with in our group.
Yeah.
But so that still connects it to a person. But I'm about to get off, man, because I'm about to fall asleep.
Me too. I'm just gonna shout out Lisa Bell real quick, and I'm gonna jump off here. It's been
hey Lisa.
Been a blessing, man, seeing everybody come out. It's my second time. There's more to come. Listen, I'm not here to be put in a box. I'm not here to compare myself to anybody. I'm simply gonna give you the truth of me. Enjoy it, love it, like it, load it. It doesn't matter.
I hear you.
But I'm gonna be here.
That's right.
I'm gonna be here. So bless up one and all, and walk in your brilliance, people, and love thyself, and embrace your power. Amen. Amen.
So be it. Peace, Troy. Sir. Lisa, I'm out, y'all. Peace and pugilism. One love.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Yeah, man. I salute that food you ain't share with nobody either, Bama. But all right. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Shout out to my man, DJ Rebel at Organic Radio, Sean, DJ Rebel at Organic Radio. Shout out to Major Key at Major Key. Monday nights, Friday nights. Come and enjoy the festivities, baby, because we still there. We still there. So bless up to one and all, man. It's been fun the last 2 hours. A little loud sometimes, but it's been fun. It's been respectful. Bless up.